Hi, my name is Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, and I've been doing technical analysis for over 10 years, and I'm here to give you so much information right now, a macro breakdown of Bitcoin, total 3, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, the DXY, S&P futures, NASDAQ futures, gold, and more. If you're ready for an amazing time in under 20 minutes to see the entire financial world in a macro picture, I'm ready to give it to you. Let's go. Let's have a good time. Shout out to you. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. God bless everybody out there in the world. So first thing we're looking at is Bitcoin. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. Why? Because I trade the cup and handle more than anybody you've ever met. We identify, we use it, we see it on a macro scale, on a micro scale. We started building this cup and handle way back when it started really, even just looking at it when we started rounding that this could happen. This cup and handle was a massive move to the upside. Bitcoin is just kind of, sad. It's kind of sad in a way because we're already halfway through the move, right? But it's happened. Everything that we wanted, and desired to happen has happened. Isn't it amazing? As traders, we put our money in and we made, the money made us money so far. It's unbelievable. So do we continue without a pullback to 137,000? Unlikely. Usually Bitcoin after a big run like this is going to have some type of consolidation. Look how long it took to consolidate there. And Bitcoin can consolidate from February all the way to September. I mean, that's a long time, everybody. Bitcoin could do that again. In trading world, is a long time, right? So what do we see happening now for Bitcoin? So the macro is that we can go to 138,000. How do we get there? That's the question. Do we continue to pump? There's a chance just boom, 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 boom. 4 weeks of green candles and we're there. Unlikely though, right? Unlikely. Even when Bitcoin's super bullish, there's some type of pullback. Could be 2 to 3 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks of some type of pullback. So do we have maybe a 4-week pullback until, I don't know, January to pump, or do we continue to pump? And that's kind of what we're going to figure out today. We look at the 3-day chart, and the 3-day looks bullish. Right off the bat, the weekly chart could come back if we slap on the moving averages to the 21-day moving average. Is this white line right here? If we take out everything and you look, it's just this white line right here. Do we pull back to it? Many times you do after a massive pump of this nature, you will, and you would draw a fib, and you would come back down somewhere near the 618. Bitcoin could hit the 0.5, 0.618, somewhere between 78 and 82,000. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just telling you that's like the most bearish scenario. If we do pull back, I don't see it any worse than that for Bitcoin. I like to look at the 3-day chart once I've looked at the weekly. 3-day gives me a good idea of what's happening. And see, the 3-day, we had a red candle, but the next 2 candles are looking green. And this candle will close green in 2 more days, 2 days and 7 hours. So far, that's very bullish. And it looks like we could start making even maybe a flag like this and come back. But it does look like maybe Bitcoin is going to start pulling back here. Maybe we don't get to that 100K just yet again. Today, we almost did it, and they had us really feeling like we were going to get to 100K. The rally was crazy, and so here, boom. And do we slowly pull back, and then boom, do we get a push to the upside there on the 3-day chart? So the 3-day suggests we could, it's very bullish, but we may just have, 9 to 12 more days of some pullback. And we could start pumping that would be kind of nice, like December 8th or 10th, something like that. And we start to pump. We look in the daily, and the daily looks amazing too. And today, the daily had a beautiful candle. Let's see if it closes green. But what you want to really look at is the 4-hour, because the 4-hour has, to me, what you want to see. So right here, you have previous support as resistance. We dropped it. We found hidden bullish in my channel. And I drew a Fibonacci from that wick. And I saw that we had a 786 Fibonacci retracement. We bounced off that key level, off that wick there, boom, and we had hidden bullish divergence. If I give you your RSI, the RSI was swinging down while price was swinging up. That told me we were going to bounce. And when you get the bullish divvy with it on top of the Fibonacci, it's like, man, it's golden. So I was able to call that in my trading group. We longed right there on the 4-hour. You'd still be in massive gains had you kept that trade alive, right? We took gains off the table multiple times since then for Bitcoin, right? So nice move. And what I see there, right, today was a shoulder, had a right shoulder, and we traded that, and we got the huge move up. But then what would happen is we got a resistance at 98,000, and that's kind of where we're 98.9, even almost 99, and that's kind of where we're sitting now. So more upside, more downside, what happens, and so honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin makes a little more of a pullback here, although it does have this beautiful trend line, and it's in like what looks to me like an ascending triangle. So it looks like, 8 hours of a pullback. We may never go lower than like 96,003, and then that's going to be the bigger move to the upside. And the measured move there for me is large. It's the length of this whole pole right? And that's basically the same as the base of that triangle, which is the same as the inverted head and shoulder. And it gives me about $107,000 Bitcoin. So I'm looking for a slight pullback here for 8 hours, 9 hours, and then I see a bigger move here for Bitcoin. My next big trade, and even is right here, this line here, and I'm going to give you the trade right now. Like, the idea would be to enter when we pull back somewhere between 97.4 and 96.5. If we even get a chance, we may just start pumping out sideways here. The entry could even be now, right? And then the stop loss really can be right there, just below 94.5, 94.6, and you take profit at $107,000, and that could definitely happen. You know, we could definitely double top M and drop, right? It may not happen, who knows? But I'd be willing to take a shot on this. I'm more bullish than bearish. As long as we stay above the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame, we're bullish. If we lose that, then I would start to think, okay, I have to get out of the trade. Maybe we're going to dump. But as long as we stay above the 200 MA on the 1 hour, we're good to go. And that's your update for Bitcoin on the macro. But I wanted to give you a little bit of integral stuff here for the afternoon, so you had an idea of what to do. We take a look at total, right? Total looks absolutely amazing. This is the market cap of all of cryptocurrency. Again, it has a bigger target. You take the length of this all the way to the bottom of that bowl I found, and that says we can get somewhere to $4.3 trillion. So we're not done yet. Like, we're on our way, but we do, again, same idea. Do we get some type of pullback, or do we continue to rip? When I look at total right now, you have to remember it's got the altcoins, and the altcoins are looking pretty crazy. And total for this just looks like maybe not even much of a pullback, maybe a little one. Same thing as Bitcoin, and it suggests that we're just going to start to rip here. So I'm bullish. The market looks bullish. It looks like tonight, like, things start this weekend, maybe like the really big alt run where, like, we start to see some really, really big punches. There is a chance this weekend Bitcoin could go to 100,000 Saturday or Sunday. Like, it could happen on the weekend, and it's looking more likely like it may. This is a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder too as well. I like what I'm seeing here for the macro. I like what I'm seeing here for the micro. So macro tells us 4.35 trillion. When we zoom on in, we see this flag on the 4 hour, and that says we can likely break out. Now, if we lose this point of control, we will drop back down to 3 trillion. But ever since we bounced there off the hidden bullish, it's very likely this trend continues to the upside, because that's what hidden bullish tells you, that the trend will continue to the upside. What is hidden bullish? One more time, in case you didn't know, because I showed you on Bitcoin, not here. It's a swing up on the total with a swing down there, and that's your move to the upside. Total 3, same thing. This is all the altcoins excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. All right, that's what this tells you it is. And it's showing you that the altcoins are super, super strong. Again, did they get a pullback, or do they pump out of the same flag? You can see everything. What's interesting about the altcoins, look, it's broken out of the flag. So you can see Bitcoin needs to kind of consolidate. The trade, total needs to, but they've already broken out. So altcoins are a step ahead of total and a step ahead of Bitcoin. You can see it clearly. And because people want their alts, and alts are hot right now. Alts are continuing. That tells me that alts are going to continue to rip throughout the night. Bitcoin may pull back, go some sideways, but alts are willing to continue to pump. And we see a bigger move, 138% in the total market cap. Says we're going to go to that $1.09 trillion. So I see a continuation. Shoulder, head, shoulder. You broke out tight moving averages. I don't see any reason why we would pull back here. A little overbought on the 4 hour. I'll give that to you. But, that 1 hour still looks pretty good to me. Right now, I just see some type of flag. That's all. Or basically like this. See, some type of flag on the 1 hour, a retest. Now, again, if we lose the 1 hour 200 MA, this story's over. I'll always concede. I'm open-minded, but the odds are very high this continues further to the upside. Bitcoin dominance had this beautiful uptrend that just did not stop, right? And it bounced ever since it bounced off of like kind of resistance. Got very close to that area. Look, it bounced right there, like 56, and it was gone. Now, just like you flip things upside down, like you flip this upside down, and once you breach a falling wedge, that's usually the beginning of a big move back up. Same thing here. Could this be the beginning of a bigger dump? Only thing is, if we look at the stochastics, the weekly is getting oversold a bit. The 3 days pretty beat. And do we bounce back inside the channel? So what we're looking for here is a bearish retest. You're looking for a little bit of a Bitcoin run to 100K, and then that's when Bitcoin lets go and the altcoins really rip. You're looking for this to shoulder, kind of head and right shoulder out to the downside. If that happens, altcoins are going to start running. We're going to get altcoin season. I would, be looking for a bounce there for dominance at 54% when it hits that 200 MA. This would be great. It doesn't mean it's going to happen for sure. What if Bitcoin gets back inside the pattern? What if Bitcoin gets back above the 200 man in the 1 hour time frame? But right now, it's all looking like we're going to get that continuation further to the downside on Bitcoin dominance. All right. We may get a little pullback, like a pullback up like that, like a big, you know, well, it would be even better if we just bear flag ourselves to the downside there. But just be careful if we do get a punch back up, because Bitcoin runs up to 100K and maybe some people decide, oh, I want some more Bitcoin now. People are going to make money in the alts. What are they going to do? They're going to buy some Bitcoin with it. People are going to make some Bitcoin. What are they going to do? They're going to buy some alts with it. And that's going to go back and forth. You just want to see if more people get into alts, then the dominance will drop. All right. We look at Tether dominance, and that just doesn't even look like it has a hope. It looks like it's going to bear flag and continue down. Why would you want to hang out in Tether? I just dropped so much Tether. I just got out of it. Remember, I loaded it up when I felt we had the dip. As things loaded, I got back in. I loaded up into Render, Say, and a bunch of different coins, even Doge. So we'll see what happens. The 3-day chart looks like it's in a bear flag, and it will continue down to about 2.8% in Tether dominance. So I see that continue, and we may get a little bounce up. So it looks like, hey, we might get that little move up, but I don't see a mass exodus out of the altcoins or Bitcoin into Tether. It just doesn't look likely. We look here, and finally, the dollar finally got a little bit of a pullback. The Trumpism is starting to, like we won't get, because Trump will make the dollar strong, but it just came out. You saw Elon tweeted that we pay more for the debt than we do for our national defense at this point. I mean, if that doesn't get you a little unnerved, and so we got to really remove ourselves from the Federal Reserve. It's a private group of people that have convinced our politicians to borrow money from them. That's what it is. I know you don't believe it. I know you, but look it up. That's what it is. We don't need them. We can have our own form of money. Only the government really should be forming the money. But look, the DXY could make an inverted head and shoulder and boom to the upside. I do see a little pullback here, though, which will be good for the Bitcoin rally and the altcoin rallies. But still, strong dollar. As long as the dollar stays above 104, we could get it. And remember, we've had a strong pump for the dollar and a strong pump for Bitcoin. Been very bullish. They go hand in hand in a Trump organization. So that's actually a good sign. And I'm seeing that decorrelation there. At the same time, they're going to print more money than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will eventually win no matter what. It doesn't, I don't care how closely they run. Gold, we haven't looked at it in a while. It finally did a pullback, right? Bitcoin ran. People started selling gold for Bitcoin. But now they're kind of channeling themselves back. The dollar dropped. That's going to show strength. Dollar was hot too. So people was like, why, I'll drop gold for the dollar. I'll make more money quickly. But now we're tight and we're getting inside the zone. And I see gold just getting tight and then starting a massive breakout to 3,700. Gold to 3,700 by May of 2025. Maybe it takes a little longer by June, but I do see a hot summer for gold on the way. I gave these calls for the S&P, if you remember, not too long ago, just 6 days ago, right when I did this, we were right there. That was the call. This thing has been booming from the call. I see a rising wedge breakout for the S&P, a massive move up to 6,800 on the S&P. The NQ, same exact thing. They're moving together. It's a little more lateral. I see a massive move for the NQ. I called it already. That's your entry. I believe we're going to get a continuation, and you'll be able to move your stop to break even. But I have a huge call here for the NASDAQ and the S&P. Looks like the dollar could fall back. Those are going to push, and we're going to get that beautiful November, December pump like we get every single year here in the market. It's like on clockwork. Sol BTC, last thing, is just tight in the channel, ready to break out. I like what I'm seeing for Sol BTC. And one last coin that I want to give you kind of like the coin that looks the most likely like it's going to pump today is SHIB. SHIB looks like it's very likely to make a bit of a move here. I would be surprised if SHIB isn't up here when the next time we do this weekly analysis. Everybody, thank you so much for watching my top-down analysis for Bitcoin. I hope you appreciate it. We broke it down for you. Had a blast. It was Bitcoin total 3, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, the DXY, S&P futures, gold, NASDAQ, SHIB, Sol BTC. And if I missed anything, I probably did, but who knows? I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is a great example of how to look at the markets in a big, zoomed out fashion. Don't get yourself too caught up and believe in yourselves. I'm telling you right now, that's the best way to win as a trader. Everyone, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you.